Greetings, programs. I'm Timothy, and this is going to be a little discussion on the mind and body and how our nutritional health plays a vital role in our overall health, including our mental health. The foods we eat really affects our body and our minds in many ways, and a healthy diet can reduce the risk of mental health problems, while a poor diet high in fast foods, processed foods, and hyperpalatable foods can lead to a dysregulated nervous system, which ultimately affects your mental health. So, big problem worldwide, and especially in the United States, is obesity due to poor dietary habits brought on by the food industries that promote these food-like products that are really unhealthy for people. So, the research has shown that these fast foods, processed foods, these hyperpalatable foods are delicious, but they adversely affect the people who eat them because they're causing high blood sugar levels, which lead to insulin resistance, inflammation, and oxidative stress. It causes what they call a metabolic syndrome. And metabolic syndrome is when the little mitochondria in the cells, they stop functioning because they're essentially being destroyed due to an overload of carbohydrate. You're getting if you listen to Dr. Robert Lustig, he can explain the three areas in our body where the fat is stored, and it's the visceral fat and the liver fat that are truly bad. It's not that the fat that you see on your body, it's the fat that's in your liver and in your organs. And you can hold, I believe it's about 10 pounds of fat in your organs, and you can hold, I think it's about a half a pound of fat in your liver, which really destroys the function of the organs, and it leads to a whole host of problems, diabetes, inflammation, cancer, all kinds of nervous system problems, which ultimately affect our mental health. And Georgia Eadie is the psychiatrist specializing in nutrition and mental health, the link between diet and mental health. And that's kind of where we start with Disciples of Tao. Disciples of Tao, we believe that you really need to focus on your health in the area of nutrition first, and recognizing that until you get your nutritional health in line, you're not going to have good mental health. You just can't, because your body is dysregulated, and whenever your body's dysregulated, it will dysregulate your mind. You will never be able to manage your moods, your emotions. You'll never be able to control the ego and recognize it. It'll always have these. You'll always be in survival mode, essentially, because your body's dysregulated. And when your body becomes dysregulated, you go into survival mode. Your brain gets stuck in what they call the default mode network. We're going to be talking in more detail about this in later videos, but I wanted to put out a video today kind of giving you the direction that we're heading in, which is health. At Disciples of Tao, we believe that if you can manage your physical health, your diet and your exercise and your sleep, you can start to get good mental health. And mental health is necessary for achieving a life of well-being, which is what we're focused on doing. We believe that if individuals can achieve well-being and harmony and freedom of mind, that they can work together with other people, and we can work on saving this planet. But first we have to save ourselves, and I believe the area to start is right with the foods that we eat. So if what we're recommending for diet is that it doesn't matter whether you're a vegan or a carnivore or somewhere in between, you can find foods that are going to be healthy for you. Now, I would suggest watching the carnivore diet specialists, Dr. Sean Baker, Dr. Ken Berry. Dr. Robert Lustig's more of a keto kind of guy, but that's okay too. Because what they found on a keto diet, the carnivore diet is really the only diet that you can be on that's really going to build muscle, because you have to eat protein to build muscle. And the best way to lose weight is to build muscle and burn fat. Otherwise, if you go on these diets where they're using these weight loss drugs, you're burning muscle as well as fat, and it's affecting your energy levels, your moods, and it doesn't really do a good job of changing your lifestyle. So the first thing we want to get people to understand is find a diet that's going to work for you, that you can manage, that's going to keep your moods high, your hunger levels low, and your energy levels high. Because when your energy levels go low, which they do on these weight loss drugs, when you go on a weight loss drug, your energy levels go low. And when your energy levels go low, it affects your mood. And a lot of these people on these weight loss drugs are going through mood swings. They're getting depressed. They're becoming anxious. And then when they go off these weight loss drugs, they're putting all the weight back on within a couple of years, and sometimes even gaining more weight. And when they lose weight, they're not pleased with the weight loss because they're losing protein in their bones and muscles. And it's really the protein that you're losing in your muscles or in your bones, because you see our bones are 50% protein. They're not just calcium. So when they talk about brittle bones, the brittle bones are more of a problem with the protein in our bones, and the only way to get that is to eat protein. You have to eat some protein source. You're not going to get enough from plants. And one of the things that Dr. Georgia Eadie talks about is the problem with plants, like fruits and vegetables that are high in oxalates. And you would be well served to look at those, because they're causing a lot of dietary problems in the intestines, in the liver, in the kidneys, and it's also causing problems in the thyroid and the brain. So people who are on a vegan diet are typically not getting enough protein, because you're not going to get all the essential proteins that you need from plants, and you're not going to be absorbing enough protein. You're going to have to eat some sort of a good source for protein. And you don't have to, if you're a strict vegan, it's going to be difficult. But if you If you add a few eggs or some dairy to your diet, it's going to be easier for you to get that protein. You can get an adequate amount of protein from eggs and cheeses and butters, and it's not that expensive. And you don't have to have the best cuts of meat, uh, and you don't have to eat meat at all if you want to, uh, or if it's okay for you to eat fish. So I'm suggesting for those people who are willing to eat a little bit of eggs and cheese and butter, that you're probably going to be way better off than people who go strict vegan, because the vegans are going to always have problems with carbohydrates and oxalates. And that's really the cause of these mental health problems. Um, the excess carbohydrates, and especially these hyperpalatable foods that are high in unhealthy fats, these seed oils and these vegetable oils, which are full of the omega-6s, and linoleic acid, which your body doesn't even really know what to do with. And they're low in omega-3s. So you're going to get your omega-3s from fish oil and from healthy meats. So wrapping this up, I want to suggest that you have a balanced diet. If you're having a whole foods diet, I suggest the healthy vegetables and fruits that are low in oxalates. I eat a lot of cabbage, and I eat the fermented foods because they're low in oxalates, the fermented vegetables. And I eat a lot of eggs and fish. And if you want to build muscle, eggs, fish, chicken, pork fat, especially if you're a carnivore. If you want to lose weight, eat a lot of lean meat that's a little bit lower in fat, and then go out there and do some of these polymetric exercises. You'll really start burning fat, and it's a healthy way to stay fit, put on muscle, build bone strength, and have good mental health. So on that note, I'll close this off. We'll say, please like and subscribe to our videos, and namaste.